impossible to separate Schooners the Beach Bar from Schooners the music venue. It'll hit you at just about the same time, that view of the shining Gulf and the sound that means music and dancing and fun. It's a complete experience and it stays with you as long as you're here. You've got the view, the music, and the food that just makes it all even better. The view, nature took care of that, but booking the bands is another story. It's a full-time job, takes lots of concentration, and we're going to hear from the person whose job it is.
Schooners has always been known for great music, great bands. It goes back to when they were the beach party. It was just a shack basically, a stage, a wonderful view, and it was just a good times and party time. That continues on with today's bands. They keep everybody entertained. You have people who are still eating when they first get started. So they got to keep it a little low, keep the energy builds all night long, gets people out on the dance floor, and it pretty much is they dance the night away. Everybody knows what they expect when they walk in. Great music, great entertainment. I've been playing at Schooners for several years now as part of the opening duo Stainless Steel. We play on Saturdays, the opening slot right before the late night band, and got to meet several of our great weekend bands that come in each summer, and got a good feel for the place, and now I book the bands. What we look for bands that actually entertain. They can be good musicians, but they really need to entertain and keep the crowd dancing and partying all night long. The bands that we get that have not played the venue before walk in and they're like, wow, this is amazing. They see the beautiful Gulf of Mexico, emerald green waters, and they can't believe that's the view from their office. I love being a musician who gets to play here. I mean, it's an amazing place, and who would want to play anywhere else?
So several things that Brian said really struck a note with me. For one, that he's a musician, so he hears music as a musician and also knows what it means to be an entertainer in addition to someone who can play really well. That's what he looks for, and that's what you're always going to see on the stage behind me here. The food here is a little bit more than you might expect from a beach bar. They take it pretty seriously, and it still plays off this beautiful setting here, lots of seafood, brings a little bit to everyone to serve all the different variety of crowds who come here to hear the music, to enjoy the view, and to have a great time at Schooners. Here are some of the dishes you might enjoy. On the light side, the Shady Grove tomato salad is layered high with fresh corn, field peas, and bacon that's all tossed in a fresh basil balsamic vinaigrette. I told you it's not your average bar food. What I'll typically eat here are fish tacos made with grilled mahi, homemade salsa, and key lime slaw. To really satisfy a seafood craving, there's nothing like the beach party platter, including shrimp, grouper, oysters, and hush puppies that you see here. Oh yeah, you're on the coast. The beloved Schooners burger is, for many, looking out over the water and enjoying a cold one, the definition of paradise. Schooners is more than the food and drink that hits the spot every time. It's more than the excellent music that gets a whole crowd of people moving and shaking and having a wonderful time. And yes, it's even more than the beautiful view you get here. Schooners is more than the sum of its parts. It's a complete picture. It all happens at the same time the moment you walk in, and that's why you have to come here when you're here on the Emerald Coast. More music and food coming up at my next pick.